People have a lot of ideas about vegetarians. Some are curious, some are supportive, and some, well, they're straight out of a bad sitcom. After 20 years of being a vegetarian, I've heard the same myths over and over. And you know what? They just won't die. Today, I want to tackle a few of the biggest ones, the ones you probably heard at family dinners, office potlucks, or in random conversations with strangers who suddenly feel compelled to critique your plate. Myth number one, you can't get enough protein. This is the classic one. If I had $1 for every time someone said or asked, but where do you get your protein? I'd have my own protein powder company by now. It would be probably a 10-figure company by now. The truth is, protein isn't an exclusive club reserved for meat eaters. Beans, lentils, tofu, eggs, dairy, tempeh, Greek yogurt, endame, nuts, seeds, all of these are loaded with protein, right? As a vegetarian, you know this. Why don't meat eaters? I have no idea. Most vegetarians who plan their meals even a little bit meet their protein needs easily. In fact, some research shows vegetarians often get the same or higher fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants and still hit protein goals. The real challenge isn't the protein, it's variety. Mix your plant proteins, add some eggs or dairy if you eat them, and you're all set. Myth number two, vegetarians are always tired and weak. This is laughable. This is another one that never seems to die. The image of a pale, fainting vegetarian who can't pick up a grocery bag. I run, I live, I do my own shopping even, and I carry my own bags. Being vegetarian hasn't made me weaker. If anything, learning to eat smart has made me stronger. Energy levels depend on calories, balanced nutrition, and sleep, not simply whether you eat meat. Sure, if you switch to a vegetarian diet by just cutting out meat and eating nothing but fries and toast, you'll feel lousy. But a well planned vegetarian diet, come on, that can fuel marathoners, power lifters, and busy parents alike. Myth number three, vegetarian food is boring. This is not true. Tell that to a spicy chickpea curry that I love, a fresh caprese salad, beautiful in imagery and tastes so delicious, or a protein packed veggie lasagna. Vegetarian food is only boring if you make it boring. The world's cuisines are full of incredible plant based dishes. What about Indian dal, Mediterranean grain bowls, Mexican bean and corn salads, Middle Eastern falafel wraps? All of those are variety and they taste delicious. In my kitchen, I see vegetarian food as a creative challenge, an excuse to prepare new spices, textures, and flavors. Once you start experimenting, you realize boring is the last word you use when you discuss or you imagine vegetarian food. Myth number four, vegetarians don't get enough B12. This might not be so much of a myth, but we'll tackle it and put it on the list anyway. Iron and B12 do deserve some attention. It's true that plant iron, non-heme, isn't absorbed quite as efficiently as meat iron, which is heme. But pairing iron-rich foods with vitamin C, like spinach, I love, with lemon or beans, with bell peppers, boosts absorption dramatically. B12 is trickier because plants don't make it, but it's easily covered with fortified foods like nutritional yeast, cereals, or if you're low, a supplement recommended by your doctor. The key isn't to panic, it's to be informed. Meat eaters have deficiencies as well, just like vegetarians. They just assume they're safe because they eat animal products. Myth number five, vegetarians are doing it for the same reason. So we're all vegetarians for the exact same reason, which is not true. Some people think every vegetarian is an animal rights activist or a health fanatic. In reality, motivations are as varied as people themselves. Health, they can do it for health reasons, the environment, cultural, religious reasons, just because they like the taste, or just they prefer being a vegetarian, or just curiosity. And those motivations can overlap or change over time. I started for one reason and stayed for another. It's personal, and because it's personal, nobody else gets to define it for you. Myth number six, vegetarian diets are automatically healthy and make you lose weight. I definitely want to tackle this one. I wish that were true. Cutting out meat doesn't guarantee anything if your diet is still full of ultra-processed junk. Potato chips and soda are vegetarian. So are donuts. Delicious. I love them. A healthy vegetarian diet is about balance. Whole foods, vegetables, proteins, healthy fats, and smart carbs. You can lose weight on it, gain weight on it, or maintain, just like any other eating style. The difference is in how you build your plate. Over the years, I've been at countless family gatherings where someone, usually while carving turkey, said, "When did you stop eating meat?" Like 20 years ago. What, do you support cryogenics? Have you been frozen and it just woke you up just right now today? I've been vegetarian for decades. They still ask though, or they joke that a little meat won't hurt me. Sometimes it feels like being vegetarian is treated like joining a secret club or robbing a bank. I think I touched on that in a previous video. But sticking with it taught me patience, humor, and how to show by example instead of argument. I love my vegetarian lifestyle. I wouldn't change it. Vegetarian myths linger because they're easy to repeat and harder to unlearn. But they don't match reality. A vegetarian lifestyle can be strong, healthy, exciting, and sustainable if you do it with knowledge and intention. So, the next time someone tells you one of these myths, or you hear one of these ridiculous myths, you'll know the facts and maybe even smile because you've heard it all before and you're still thriving. If this video helped you, there's so much more waiting for you on Plants Feed the Soul. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next tip. I'll see you in the next video.